Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's been a couple days. We're back. Right. Good afternoon, folks. Happy 1 p.m. Happy Remembrance Day. And if you're British, November 11th. Oh, we are back to work on more Snapshots. Season 6. The season with this. And that. And that. And maybe not that, but it does look pretty cool. And something over there, I don't know. Okay. So, this is what we're doing today. We are painting. We're taking a little bit of a break because we spent the second half of we spent all of last stream and the second half of the stream before that working on the POI with no name but some kind of cheese store. So I want to change it up. I've cracked the code. I figured out there it is. Oh, nice day. Got our little snow paint set up so we can finally transform this lovely boreal biome into snow. So let's get to that. So essentially, the issue with usually I do snow as a mask in the actual landscape material rather than a paint, because the issue with paint is there's no vertex painting. We can't actually paint on the mesh, but that's okay because what I've done is I have reused one of the desert materials from season 5 and I've repurposed it, as any good game developer does, into a snow material. So it's still got the desert name, which makes it a bit funny, but as you can see, it's a little bit unfinished, but the general kind of gist is that basically we can pretty easily now swap out in this biome. Boom, now they're snowy with really minimal other changes. And then elsewhere where it's just regular landscape, I can just paint the snow on and it will look really, really nice, hopefully, if done correctly. That means that later on we can also swap out the trees. I need to update these quadrants to use the instance that actually has the snow paint. Like so. There we go. Those who snow. Indeed, indeed. In fact, we're going to make that the title of today's stream. So while the POIs themselves are not even nearly finished, I'm hoping that by the end of today's stream, the snowy vibes in this portion of the map will be absolutely brilliant. And another reason why I love painting is that I can more carefully kind of integrate it with other paints on the map. And I can have patches that are a little bit less snowy without it feeling too formulaic. And I can kind of avoid snowing over too much of the coastline here. Because, where there's erosion, there's going to be snow. There's going to be water coming up, and that's going to melt any snow that lasts on here for too long. And we can kind of go around the roads, but we can have like bits that go like across the roads and things. Now this POI is super skunked at the moment. Because I haven't re-imported it yet. You have to get 750 Blitz Royale wins for the max bubbling. Jeez. I love the way that the snow kind of goes down onto the cliff as well. Makes it feel a little bit more frosty. I love painting. It's just such a fun thing to do. A bit more relaxed. Gonna hide the item orbs for now, since they have not been repositioned with the new biomes in mind, so they're all just kind of floating around. Oh, accidentally froze there. That's okay. So all of these like rubble pieces will be updated to use the snow variants as well. I want this place to have a really, really nice like snowy vibe for Season 6. As I keep saying, it's very important to me. You know, now that I can do this, I can have like a proper snow biome. I want to do it. This is a great Electrodrome remix, I must say. Oops, that's a tree. Oh yeah, we found this little plant a couple of streams ago. And essentially, I got to figure out like a nice kind of curve of where I want the snow to begin. So I have to make sure this is using the instance. My days, there's a lot of how questions, isn't there? Let me go through them. How do you make your own biomask for the Hermes landscape? Same way you'd make it for any other landscape. It might be that if you have your own fork of the Hermes landscape, it just might not be set up properly. If it's not working, it's more of a complicated biome because it's a texture. That's not the right button. It's a 2D texture array. You can see that. How do I make my custom materials not blurry? I don't know. I've never had a blurry material. That is not an issue I can help you with, I'm afraid. And how did I get the snow material? I made it. It's really the most simple answer. It's a mine. How do I make my wife love me like she used to? Put her onto Jakus videos. Yeah, they go crazy for that. Everyone asking all these how questions, but no one has asked, how are you, Jakus? Right? Everyone wants to know the secrets of my landscape, but no one wants to know how I'm doing. Wow. But, yeah, no, in all seriousness, we're doing good. We're doing good. Just kind of figuring out where I want the snow, because I don't want the snow to just feel like it's replacing the desert and be like, have the exact same kind of border. So I'm going to pull up the strength so that we can kind of just like paint a rough kind of thing. Shoot. That's wrong. There we go. Just put her on Jakus video. She's just filed for divorce. Thanks, mate. I'm sorry. Why didn't season 4 and 5 trailers get what's new trailers? That was a decision I kind of made when I made those trailers. I was like, I'll try out for season 2 and 3. And then I'll kind of go back to traditional trailers for a bit. And then if I decide that I prefer this style, I'll stick with it. And I do think that style will be making a comeback. So I really like. It's just a unique way of doing trailers. Yeah, actually, I like this kind of tap painting so that it goes over the road in a really quite interesting way. Doing this kind of like tap painting method on the very edge kind of gives it this more like kind of like natural spread look to it rather than just like a solid line. Am I making a snow biome? I am indeed. So let's focus in on the actual core biome for a little bit here. Get a little bit on the roads, kind of give them that nice kind of snowy look. You know, if there's none on the roads, it doesn't look natural. That's the thing. You want to make it look natural and almost realistic in a sense. I think that's the best way to go about landscaping in Fortnite is even if your art style is not realistic in of itself, use more like realistic environmental techniques and then it will feel a lot better, I think. I forgot I left a gas station prefab here as a placeholder. Just got killed by a max superstar Homer with a mythic striker. My lord, yeah. So I don't like this loophole, dude. It just benefits the most unemployed people you've ever met in your life. How is bro already max superstar? Like a week into the season. Please go outside, I beg. All right. Let's start updating the modular in this region to use the snow textures as well, so that it looks natural. so. Epic should add a UGC mini BLs to the reload map rotation every once in a while so that mini BLs get a chance to shine to the wider audience. Or the Battle Royale collection should have Battle Royale. That would be nice. The reload thing would be really cool, but like even if it was like a separate playlist where it's like creator reload or something, that would be really, really nice. And yeah, it'd be nice if the Battle Royales tab didn't just exclusively have like 1v1s and Zone Wars and, you know, not Battle Royales. But, you know. Wouldn't that be a good world to live in? That would be a paradise. That'd be a chapter 3 season 4. Society. When Epic decides to lock in and actually support passion projects will be, like Neo-tilted. Oops. Like how the painting tool works, so the snow kind of comes to meet itself. Just gives it this really nice kind of natural coverage look to it. I go around the paths a bit and then just lightly dab a little bit of paint on there. Like so. And yeah. When we get to change this this lovely monolith to use the landscape material as well. I used the wrong thing. Oh, whoa, definitely used the wrong thing there. I'm gonna fix that in a minute. I think it's about time we change these trees, don't you? Give him a nice little upgrade. I'll read the chat real quick. App rotation as a UEFN feature would be very good. don't have the option to add a solo, duo, trio, squad, lobby toggle on maps. I think they've said that that's something they want to do. I imagine it's more complicated than it seems, in fairness. Now, I actually don't have snow set up for these custom trees, but because they're all pine trees, I don't think it's going to look too bad. Like, this doesn't look great. You know, it's like orange, almost like brown underneath, and then it's all the disgusting tree Fresnel when compared to something beautiful like this. But thankfully, those trees aren't actually used at all in this region. Right now, at least. So I'm gonna grab the boreal conifer. Select all the same class because it's all going to be in this snowy region, as you can see. And then just right-click, replace. Boom. Give it a sec because it is replacing 200 objects in one go. There we go. Although, am I crazy? Make it a little bit less fluffy. Let me just check that these are the right ones. These are chapter 6 ones specifically. I don't know if it matters. Put them next to each other. I think the snow just makes them look less full. I don't think it would be a big deal. Yeah. Just because they're snowy, and obviously, just to be fair, trees in the winter are more generally dead. What's this tree? That's kind of cute, but not really my art style. There's only a few specific kind of chapter 4 and above trees that I'm comfortable with using on this map. So we got our snow, small pine tree, and then we got our big snow pine tree. So we can't do that, but we're going to... yeah. Transform this, there we go, into snow. This will be imported later, so those don't quite matter for now. Already this looks, yeah. This looks a lot nicer, a lot more snowy. Yeah, my normal trees don't have snow support because it's very project size intensive. So I'm using the commoners creative version. This will be fully snow. It's literally the snowed in. It makes most sense for this area to be just absolutely covered in snow. Really get on the road there, yeah. Just have it like start to cover the road over here. Adding Winterfest items like the Icy Grappler. Of course, I love the Icy Grappler. I'm gonna try and keep this road intact because I'm actually really proud of how this came out, this like spiral road. I want this to be one of the most, like, I think Snapshots Adventure 2 has overall been very aesthetically beautiful, with maybe the exception of High Tide. That wasn't anything special, like, to write home about visually, apart from the really cool Skydome. But the lighting was a little bit, yeah, it is just whatever. So I kind of want this to follow in that trend and just be like a really nice visual experience as well as a playing experience. Very important to me. Okay, that was not a pass for you to call High Tide ugly. It's not what I meant. How am I removing the snow afterwards? Easy, like this. Like that. And it's gone. Well, it sets up so it's only on an instance, so that I can get rid of the snow in just one fell swoop. And then for the meshes, I'll just put them back on the other texture data. Which will take like 10 minutes. It will take a bit longer, but not like long. This bit's just pure snow. I'm just gonna slightly move this spire tower, maybe? It'll just be in the snow. It's fine. We'll just update these all up to match. Bit by bit so that we have no green. Oh, that is actual terrain right there, that's fine. Honestly, I'm gonna paint that first and then probably smoothen it a bit, maybe? No, it just gets rid of it. Honestly, it's probably best under there and bring this in a bit. We're doing the whole map, or just side of it? Right now the plan is to only have the snow be in parts of the map. This is already coming together really, really nicely, actually. I'm really, really happy with this. Obviously, the snow color is a bit off with the modular, don't get me wrong. That will need to be fixed. But I genuinely threw together that mesh in about 5 minutes. Ooh, yes. Yeah, okay. Freeze the river. That could be fun. I wasn't planning on it, but that could definitely be a lot of fun. Mario Kart Wii's Staff Roll was an incredible choice of song to remix in World. Turn that up a bit. A really nice kind of jazzy vibe tonight. I do want to bring back one of my favorite little Easter eggs from Chapter 5. Junker car, that's it. Need to find a couple of close trees that it fits between. So I think I want to do it around here. So I'll do this. I'll get that tree. So this, yeah, I'll do it here. Yeah. Silly tree getting stuck between, oh, sorry, car getting stuck between the trees. Just kind of have the snow part a little bit so you can kind of see where the entrance goes. Fill that in. Fix this. Oops. Leg spike. Fun. So this here is also an ice lake, so you can actually slide across this. And we'll, yeah, take that up. Right up. So everything's in the snow. Oh, actually, that's where the snow biome ends, isn't it? Whoopsie. Yeah, it's the old road. Yeah, I really like that, actually. Is Because the snow biome's got like a real kind of curvature to it. Just again, it feels just a bit more natural that way. You see? It's already a huge, huge kind of change. I'm not quite sure about it over here. I think I slightly overdid it on this side of things. Oh, yeah, this song's background music for my next video. Yeah, there we go. Maybe have it spec out a little bit more. Come in a little bit over here. Move that mud. And of course the remnants of the road that was once here. Sand, etc. Epic just dropped in-island transactions for UEFN, where you can basically sell items directly from your maps, which is something. Snapshots respawn 25 V-Bucks. No. I don't think it's a terrible idea in concept, but I just cannot see myself using it. I think there are maybe applications that could be good, but at the same time, I'm just not sure. I really don't know if there's any... It's weird how the Nenite's big bush is like snow on the top. The main one is fully covered in snow. I don't think it was always fully covered in snow, by the way. I don't think it used to be that way. Holiday and big bush. God, look at that. Why does it have to be so disgustingly mid? I wonder if you can just No, damn, it's all the same material, so you actually cannot fix the colors on the Christmas big bush. It just has to look disgustingly mid. There's not even any color options like on the other one as well. That's upsetting. Let's bring this in. Again, I'm just going to ignore how skunked Potion Port is right now. It's completely glunked because I haven't properly re-imported it. Probably do that later on stream. update these to be... There are snow versions, right? I thought there were. Because that's not snow. Oh, here we go. They're all in this biome, except a couple around the warship. But that's okay. And then there we go. I like that a lot. I like that a lot, a lot, a lot. I wonder if I can, No. Seeing if there's like a darker cliff. It's like, it's like this dark. You have to figure that out later, I think. Yeah, I'm sure there's probably a way to do this monetization thing well. The kind of preliminary idea I had was, like, if I wanted to test it, is something, let's say, like, Apollo late game, you know, it's this, like, chaotic kind of map where everything's going on in a small circle. It could be kind of funny to pay, like, 20 V-Bucks, or I guess the minimum is 50, so 50 V-Bucks. To buy one of those, there's like a nuke items from last season and just blow everyone up. But, I don't know. Oh, New Super Mario Bros. Wii Staff Roll remix? Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, but at the same time, it would honestly just be cooler to have the nuke available as like a rare drop instead. I don't know. I'm probably just not imaginative enough. I'm sure there's a way to make it work. I just don't know what it is. I need to fix these trees. These are still wrong. I don't hate this tree. I know it looks better on nanite. Just looking to see what kind of options there are. This is quite nice. This would be good for if I did like Tasteland in snow. This could be kind of a nice tree to have. Maybe not that big. Kind of a nice tree to have dotted about in this biome. Kind of towards the top here, that is. Because I kind of had this idea that this area would be more open than the kind of pine tree area down here. Which I should state is very much not finished. These like snow-covered rocks, that's good. That is really good. I don't know if there's any spots I use the rocks right now in this area, but... yeah, that is good. Yeah, okay. Zero raised a great point that having just like a support this map button, this like optional, maybe you get something nice, like a gold pump to make it worth your time, but like something that's not going to be game breaking that I wouldn't be opposed to that, like a little way for people to support the map. Like, I'd be like, oh, has this map given you a lot of time, a lot of fun? Then support it by spending like 100 V-Bucks. You know, nothing crazy. I just don't like how these look with the snow. These old props just don't look good anymore, sadly. We didn't get dark pine with snow. Does it work with snow? No, probably only works on nanite. And that's rubbish, because a lot of people don't play on nanites. Okay. Yeah, that's the exact issue. It can be very easily exploited. Another great idea from Zeros. If someone buys a high sports here, everyone gets like a drip Midas Trump gun or something. Yeah, or like it activates like a lobby-wide event so everyone gets to enjoy. You know, so it's like, oh, if I am generous enough to spend, let's say, 250 V-Bucks, it will activate a really cool like Florist Lava LTM for that match. That could be fun. Or like every drop for that match will be a mythic for everyone, and this is like super chaotic and fun. And it could be a great time. I would be for that, I think. It's only starting to feel a bit more icy. We also have actual ice props, but no real time to use them, sadly. Okay, apparently I didn't actually migrate them in. Thought I did. That's something I can use. I can also use this icy snowy pine that I really like. I used this a few times. Have them like around this area, especially where there's the ice lake. Can't believe the 7 are actually coming back. No, me neither, man, honestly. I was starting to think it would never happen. I've been kind of saying for a while, if it doesn't happen in Chapter 7, it's not going to happen. But, looks like it is happening in Chapter 7, so that's all good. Did the snow come from natural causes or unnatural? Technically, technically natural. Technically unnatural, but I want it to be a very natural feeling biome. Will I use chapter 7 foliage when it releases? I mean, that's a hard question. That's like an impossible question to answer because I don't know if I'm going to like it yet. I don't like most of chapter 5's foliage, with like the sole exception. I've kind of... Boreal Tree has definitely grown on me. Snapshots moment. I don't use most of the chapter 4 nature because I don't like it. And I do like a lot of the chapter 6 nature, especially on Nanite, but I just don't get Festus map. It's very important to me that this map feels coherent with the Apollo trees, because they are the main art style of Snapshots. It's actually not what I was meant to... right. Is this in my recent? Oh, it is in my recent. I'm stupid. Now, I don't know if this is going to be visible in the editor. I want to try. I think it's VFX spawner, not fireworks. Doesn't look like it appears in the editor, unfortunately. It's gonna be a tricky one. How do Epic do it? Aren't there like fog volumes somewhere? Visual effects. Post process. Maybe not. What about the height fog? I'm not seeing anything. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. I actually don't know how to do fog and... That's going to be essential for getting the right vibe here, really. Bring my fan back over to me. Because while it is indeed the winter, I think, just about. Actually, no, it's still fall. But anyway, it gets very, very hot in my room. Very, very hot. Let's see. I just want to see something. Zero. Have you uploaded the ice pack? The Asteria ice pack. I don't think I have that. Okay, look at the frozen rivers, which, yeah, it's basically the world telling me that I should use them. Is there, if you have the ice pack and ice cavern from Asteria, and the ice spikes actually, could you post those in Spark, please? Thank you. I'm gonna grab the little chud ice man. Wherever they are. Wait, download them? Thought I did. I honestly thought I did. 0. Oh, the zip is literally just called winter. No wonder I couldn't find it. That's incredibly nondescript. Winter.rar. Only winter.zip. Stupid. Ah, there it is. Yeah. Okay. You just double check that I haven't already got it in here and forgotten I've put it in here. Oh, I have. I actually have. That's funny. I'm a forgetful guy. So I'm gonna rename this so that I remember. I've already lost it. I've already lost it. I'm stupid. There it is. Look at the ice pack. Double use. There it is. My UEFN is frozen. Yes, I'm frozen. That's good. That's a scripted convert. I guess wood. Or I could just make them stay as messages and not be destructible in game. But each snow slash ice biome on the first 4 maps is on a different corner of the map each time. Yeah, it was. Oh, look at these little guys. Very, very cute decorations from Chapter 5. Yeah. This stuff is great, but it also pains me because I really want to do an iceberg biome on this map, but there's just no room. There's just no room to do it. Hit my chud live, I have to wait a week for Frink because OG weeklies don't count for the secret skin. Yep. Oh, it does this sometimes. I rename a folder and it just takes a little while because of revision control. Always fun. Also, I don't know what the deal is with the Shogun Solitude stuff they added, but I swear this is not how the POI looked. They had prefabs today, and I swear they just no, not right. Does anyone else work on game snapshots? Yeah. The last couple of seasons have been mostly me. But my good friend Call Me Nearly is a big contributor. As well as a good few other folks that I talk about in the doc I did a couple months ago. Most unique biome on snapshots or in Fortnite itself. And thank you Nearly, who has told me where to get my lovely fog. So is it VFX? Ooh, there we go. Everyone say thank you Nearly. Local fog volume. This should be... Oh, I'm in selection mode. I'm stupid. How do I close this? I don't use this very much. Close that. Oh, there's a little X right there. I'm stupid. Okay. So we've got a fog volume. Question is, how does it work? It doesn't appear there. Am I crazy? Maybe it needs to be... Wait. No. Oh, I see it. Wait, there it is. Okay, let's make it nighttime so it's easier to see. That's our little fog volume, but if we get too close... So it needs to be bigger. Less dense, firstly. Much less dense. Way less dense. It's not very big volume, is it? Do I just increase it like that? Oh, I think I actually do. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. You see this kind of... As we walk along, it's like, oh, nice. How's the... Okay. Oh, whoa. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it just absolutely huge. Okay, we're going to make it cover this in... Oh! Oh my god! Okay, that might have been slight overkill. Just, keep increasing the size. We'll make it about 80. And then, I know you're thinking, like, that's a lot of fog. That's an unnecessary amount of fog. I agree. This is kind of crazy. Although I would say, having, like, a random chance for, like, just for, like, a minute or so for a ton of fog to suddenly appear, if we, like, sequence that. I'm just going to hold on to that. But we are going to really chill with the fall off a bit there. Kind of gives us yes. This is exactly what I wanted. This really nice, this really nice fog effect, especially at night. Like how beautiful is this? Oh my days. Yes, this is exactly the kind of vibe I was hoping for here. And maybe I can have it sequenced so that sometimes it's less strong than this. Let's actually take a look. Let's take a little deep dive into this. Sign. No, wait, no. S16. Cinematics S16. Jakus, you stole the name from my friend's mini-BR season. You will pay for this one day. Oh, my fault. I don't know your friend's map, but... Wait, what name did I steal from them? So I'm gonna see if I can sequence this at all. So we're gonna change, I think, the... Yeah, okay, so it's the height fog fall off we want to change over time. So... We'll just set it to like over 2 minutes, I think. Or maybe like 3 minutes. Yeah, we'll set it to over 3 minutes. It kind of goes up and down. So it starts really, really foggy. And then by the 90-second mark, I want it to be like way less foggy. And then if we grab that starting position, copy that, go to the end, the 180 seconds, paste that in, keyframe again. As you can see, you kind of get this thing here where over time, it's over about a 2 minute span, it kind of pulses, it gets more foggy, less foggy, and then at the end it will reset, start here and go back down. Season name is Outlawed, can't be a coincidence. It definitely can, because I made a season called Outlaws in 2023, so checkmate. Yo, friends, stole from me. No, I don't actually believe that. Before someone clips that, posts that on Twitter and goes, Jakus is accusing small creators of stealing from him. That would be very mean. Please don't do that. Foreign projects. Thank you, Zero. Uploaded a bunch of useful ice assets he had access to, and he didn't. Yeah, so that's a really, really nice effect. In fact, oh, it's frozen. It has frozen. As unfrozen, yay! So yeah, I'm actually geeks because I actually love how this effect is looking. Okay, I'm gonna send that into my private server for my friends to kind of gauge feedback on. Yeah, so we've got this really nice fog setup, have it sequenced to get less foggy and then more foggy again in a couple minutes. Oh yeah, this is definitely going to be the shot for the next stream thumbnail. I just took a screenshot of that and sent it to my friends. So... Milk glass. Yeah, this is a really, really cool prop. Trying to see if this really fits, because I believe this is from the mythic they added in Last Resort from My Hero Academia. I just want to see if this kind of fits the vibe. If it doesn't, then I'll remove it, but just have a few of those. Maybe I'll think about it. Morning, Shimores. Good morning. 16. What kind of rocks have we got in here? That's materials. Yeah. Makes sense. We'll just set it as a static mesh. Oh, that's a cliff. Definitely some interesting potential here. I just don't know how I'm going to fit it all in. I could maybe have this area be ice. And then in 17, in season 17, it becomes it just kind of melts off. That could definitely be an interesting vibe. I really like this custom ice waterfall here as well. And of course, this stuff could be saved for a potential Venture 3. But I do want to have a bunch of these igloos around because I thought they were really, really fun in Chapter 4. Just gotta be careful because apparently the bottom is more suspect. It's less interesting than I thought. So this is just a little snow, please. Here's a nice little piece. And I have some snow drifts. They don't really match fully there. That's my one concern. We set this up properly, yeah. Then you'll be able to go in there, get some loot. This stuff is probably best saved for another map. In terms of just pure iceberg content, because I wanted to have a Chapter 4 style iceberg on this map so bad, but as this season's come together, as you can see, it's kind of come with a very different vibe. Yeah, this snow, this fog volume is so incredibly cool. I do want to see what it looks like across the in other areas of the map. Just for the sake of just like, I'm just curiosity. So have a look at it in the Tasteland. It's definitely pretty cool. Not quite the same. Can't make it red for the Tasteland. That'd be kind of fire, but definitely enhances some visuals. Like that light just looks a lot cooler. But yeah, no. It's just a snow biome thing. Of course I could. Let's have a little experiment. I'm at school but still watching. Hello, Pastor Gamer Skylands. Welcome to the stream. Grab one of these. And then I'm just gonna legit use just a... Let's see, what is I would use different mesh materials, so it might not look great. I'm gonna try. Ooh, no. Cliff looks good. Doesn't have to slope up though, of course. Move those out of the way for now. Why is Snapshots called K-pop Demon Hunters? Because there's currently a K-pop Demon Hunters event going on. And Discover has a character limit, so I couldn't fit Snapshots on at the end. Just for the week. Oh, sorry, for the next 2 weeks. Have any tips for making a 1.0 mini BR? Ooh, I haven't made one in over 2.5 years, but at this point I would say use modular terrain. Chapter 6 modular terrain has to be like a godsend to 1.0 creators everywhere. I like this. We could have like a little bit of ice kind of scattered throughout the biome. Especially around here. Maybe have some, yeah, some over here would be really nice as well. Such as going over this. Gives it a lot more height variation. You can have little structures on the top. this. Shark terrain. Oh, that takes me back. Railway. Oops. Could just have this go up and then these other pieces. No, that doesn't look great actually. Oh, this music reminds me, there's a Super Mario Galaxy Direct tomorrow. I used to live stream my reactions to Nintendo Directs. If you guys would be interested in me bringing that back, let me know. I haven't done that since 2023 though. So who knows which one, who of you were around for that. This looks pretty nice, yeah. Just like a super high up kind of bit of modular. All streaming content will be on this channel. I should think. Oh, Zero, just a very good point. I really should ping my server when I go live. Yeah, actually, yeah. It's like the 4th stream I've done. And I haven't told anyone in the Snapshots Battle Royale server. Second guy. Alright. I just let the Snapshots Discord server know. And if you want to join the Snapshots Discord server, by the way, the link is https://discord.gg/snapshots. Oh no, I streamed the Mario Wonder Direct. Yeah. I actually really liked that. The 0 point, that is, I really should get rid of that. It gives people the wrong idea of what exactly is happening here. I'm just gonna drop a bunch of things that aren't actually meant to be. Yeah. Hi, Neotoad 12. W branding. We all love a little mushroom guy. Mythic in the Files, that is a gun that Mo used in The Simpsons. We gave him a striker AR. So yeah, Mythic striker AR hit scan is diabolical. So I think, yeah, the kind of tech is to have it like that. Kind of gives it this imposing look. I want to make sure it's on grid though. I'll do that. I'll worry about that later. Instafish90, I love you, Jakus. You're the best creator ever. Oh, thank you. You guys are the best viewers ever, honestly. Really supportive. You've stuck around with Snapshots through thick and thin. I'm in the thick of it. Everybody snows. Oh, it's like the snow season. can't believe when Snapshots Adventure 2 released, that was like during the Lunchly KSI thick of it era of the internet. That was wild. That was, yeah. Chapter 4 Rise, yeah, it's a really, really nice thing. It's one of those things that is just unequivocally better of the new art style compared to Chapter 1. It just looks so much cleaner and nicer and colder, honestly. Look at the detailing, that's incredible. Like an ice mythic? What would that entail? Maybe like a mythic big chill. Be funny. This is a really cool prop, but I don't really have a place to use it. That's the issue, because I already have this fake waterfall, and this is one of the less icy areas. Yeah, so we'll have a bunch of these. Like, I think these igloos could be a really great looting spot. I just say it's very unfortunate, because I'm about to pull out the chest gallery. It's very, very unfortunate the Epic made an awesome pumpkin-themed chest just a few months after my food fight season with a pumpkin biome. There's a lot of really cool chests now, but what I'm looking for is, of course, the present. Detach it from its parent, delete the gallery. I think it would be really nice if getting in the way of the bloody trees. Sorry about that. If these like have like a guaranteed spawn. So if we do something really, really nice, like let's get ice. Like a little block of ice like this. Yeah, and then it's got a guaranteed Christmas present on it, or tiered chest present C. I don't know what kind of holiday decorations we have anymore. Holiday, I don't know if they've added new ones yet. Yeah, they've added new Fortnite Mess ones, but this kind of works for Christmas. Not really, I guess it's more of a Halloween thing, isn't it? I actually didn't know we got this cauldron as a prop. It's like usable in the new reload map, which is cool. Yeah, lots of Fortnite Mess props, but we haven't got a new Winterfest gallery yet, sadly. It's just the old holiday gallery. What am I thinking? I got the little winter chuds for a reason. They can be in here. Grab. Do you have Mario Kart World open the menu just playing? No, I have a 7-hour-long YouTube video. No, I turned them into custom props, didn't I? I have the volumetrics in here? Oh, I do. Play around with that in a sec. See if it actually works first. Custom props, there we go. I didn't release the Halloween update after Halloween. I released the trailer after Halloween. Because I was sick during Halloween. Unfortunately, I wasn't too happy with how that trailer came out, actually. It's probably my least favorite trailer. But no, the Halloween update came out on the 24th. It's actually over now. It ended a couple days ago. To be some my work. Thank you, Neoto12. That's kindly appreciated. Yeah, the volumetric, like a volumetric storm, doesn't seem to like to work. The issue. Quite sure why. Airship Fortress, indeed. Yeah, weird. Might have to remigrate it. Oh, there it is. See, it looks really cool. I'm not a fan of the chapter 4 volumetric clouds being here. I think you have to go into base Unreal to edit that there. But I thought it might be kind of cool to finally add volumetric clouds into snapshots. Have it sequenced. Curious as what you guys think about that. Oh, I didn't migrate the chapter 2 one. I actually need to get rid of the chapter 4 volumetric clouds because I think they are ugly and I hate them and I hope they die. Then it will look really, really good. It's very bright in the day. Also kind of feels small, but I think that's just because of the point it's sequenced at right now. In fact, I haven't played around with this at all yet. What I might do over here is yeah, play around with it. Volumetric storm clouds. We'll see if it can be sequenced by default, or if I'm gonna have to do some Unreal Engine 5 tomfoolery. Cool if I do an Alien season. I know, it would be really cool. And I've wanted to do one for so long, and now I finally have the assets to do it. I just don't have the space in Venture 2. And I'll be fully open with this. I don't know if Venture 3 is ever going to happen. If it does, 100% Alien season would happen. I'm gonna make that like really long for now. Oh shit. I don't know what setting it's gonna be. Might honestly just be scale. Move this way back. No. Oops. See if that actually changes at all. I feel like it makes it move faster. Maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm just crazy. This is probably something I'll have to ask Jax. Because I'm not too great with volumetrics. Obviously, Snapshots had volumetric clouds before, but they were not sequenced in any way. Opacity? That's a great idea. I think that would just... that's not an option. It's actually like building them up, but there's so many options. I don't know what it'd be called. Honestly, density. Density feels... Let me see what changes. Ooh, something does change. Hang on. Ooh. Oh, whoa! Those look very funny when you up the density. Wow. Don't get me wrong, I've upped it to an outrageous extent. I'm better for that like that. Yeah, normal transform wouldn't do it. What's the map code for my map? You can just search Jakus, Jakus. And it will pop up. It's currently got K-pop Demon Hunter's thumbnail and theme. Otherwise, I think you can find the map code usually in the description of the trailers and things. Ooh. It's definitely not right, but it looks very cool. Already bring my perspective out to actually see this properly now. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is one of those things I just truly don't know what I'm doing. I'm curious as to what this impacts though. Oh, it's the color of the... Huh. That's kind of fun. Not what I was going for. So I'm assuming albedo is just like color. It is. Ooh. Okay, it was a bit too pink for my liking, so that means I can actually play with it a bit more. Maybe not that blue. Used to have a better balance, I think. Ooh, not that. Okay, maybe if we... Yeah, I think just like a tiny little adjustment to make it a little bit more purple is what it needed for me. And then just have it be set to that by default. Make a snowstorm be an interesting idea. What would I need to change in this to make it go all white? Oh, that was easy. Looks like very much like a chapter 5 storm where it was more white. See, there are hints of yellow. Which you can get rid of like that. It changes very fast. Oh, I didn't set the defaults. Okay. We're gonna turn it back and keyframe all of it. I found it! Your boy's a genius, guys. Your boy is a genius. Okay, so I actually started these early, these keyframes. So what we're gonna do is move this along, and then bring that down to 0. I think it goes into the minuses, it messes it up completely. They made the monorail. They made the monorail song into a jam track? That's awesome, dude. What? Okay, and then... That's the global. But we also want the global top. That's not it. Let's see. That's not it. Stupid. Was it? It was this. Oh, what was I meant to press? What was I meant to click? Oh, here we go. And then it was global storm density top. We're going to move that all the way across. Right now, I've just got it set to like 150 seconds. It's kind of like a testing it. Oh, look! Oops! Look at that. Okay. So now, oh yes, baby. They actually build with time. How cool is that? I just need to get rid of these volumetrics. I'm sorry, I don't like them. They came bundled in. I know they're very popular, but they're not fun. Real loophole update. No mammoth pistol, so it's good. The monorail song, that is awesome. Yeah, that is an awesome jam track choice. Oops. Aha. This one layer of cloud's gone. That did not do it. You gone and did anything interesting, haven't I? Kind of figured out the storm clouds, so that's pretty huge, I would say. Huh. It's kind of cool. I tried albedo clouds. That was the speed. Not the speed of colors. I did try this, right? Yeah, that's just the color of clouds. Have I ever watched Evangelion? I haven't. Is it any good? Shoot, I'm so close. I'm so close. I've just got to get rid of this final thing. And then it's perfect. I think it would be density. You think it would be? Oh, it is! What? It worked that time. Huh. Must have not tried it hard enough last time. Alright. We have our sequence storm. Ooh. Yeah, that is really, really nice. Yeah, look at that, dude. That is a huge technical win for us. I'm not sure how I feel about the clouds. I don't know, it kind of looks good, honestly, the storm cloud not being fully purple. And then by the end, it's really quite imposing. You know? wonder if I can move it there. But I'm gonna make it this build over like much longer amount of time, like 5 minutes. Maybe even longer. Yeah, I think over just under 8 minutes, about 7 minutes. And it will start a couple minutes into the match. Really kind of be this slow burn effect. Look at that. I saw the Ice Mythic request again. I'm gonna have to request that you stop spamming things if I don't read them out loud the first time. I read the chat. You don't need to keep saying it. Kind of already built by this point though. So I might move the start much later on, I think, actually. Or make it like a much slower burn. So make it so this has made a lot less progress by this time, as with this. Yeah. And then it really starts to kind of thicken. Maybe after like the 270 mark. So kind of keep that still a little bit back. So then from here, and then, yeah, okay. Oh, sorry, it's okay, it's okay. I'm gonna get this really, really nice storm effect going. Play a little bit more with the color later. Looks really, really good here though. Sun shining through. I do think this is going to be like the most atmospheric season, because you're like, imagine it. Oh yeah, look at that. Isn't that just stunning? Bring the perspective back down to normal. You know, you're kind of chilling here. There's all the beautiful fog, and then the beautiful storm clouds. Big visual upgrades being made on this stream, I guess. Like, this looks really, really cool. I need to update these trees. I haven't done that yet. Hollow pine. Actually, I'll probably just use the conifer, to be honest. Just the two? Yeah, it's just the two. And then really bring the scale back down. Ooh. You know what, what I should bring back for this lovely biome? We need to bring back the Frostfest cabin from Venture 1. or rather the upgraded version of it in 2023. Honestly, I think, yeah, now is kind of the time where I think I'm going to close out UEFN, and what I'm going to do is reopen it, open the legacy, the original 2023 project, grab the things I need to, like the Snow Potion port and the Frostfest cabin. And then we'll be good. We'll have everything we need to. Once UEFN decides it wants to close. Oh, UEFN finally decided it wants to close. Scenario should always be at nighttime. That would be fun, but I also really like how it looks in the day as well. I think it's just more fun when you get to see it every time. Should do snowstorms. I did have working tornadoes back in Venture 2 Season 1. Those were fun. But those weren't they were quite difficult to set up. But I do want the volumetric fog in the snow biome is to some extent dynamic. Let's see if the old Adventure 3 will want to open. One of the reasons that I actually decided to go with the reboot was that this project kind of bricked itself. About not 90%, like 60% of the time that I open it, it crashes. So this will be interesting. If I could add Clombos, I would. I wanted to have some kind of custom rideable animal for ages, but that's kind of again a potential Venture 3 thing where I don't have the kind of technical skill to make it happen yet, but I wouldn't rule it out for the future, is what I'm basically saying. Again, Venture 3, I'm not going to confirm Venture 3 until I 100% want to do it, if that day ever comes. And I'll make that decision after Venture 2 is already over. A war season could be cool. I've kind of already done a war season. This venture with Food Fight. I know it's not the same, but said this privately to a couple people. I'm gonna say it here too. With the new V-Bucks payment system, I find the idea of advertising a premium experience very intriguing. Let's say, for the sake of example, like Save the World. Actually, I don't think you can play any Save the World for free. But let's say you have a map that's like an actual game. Let's say you have like a platformer map, alright? Let's say you have like a 3D platformer in Fortnite, and in like Super Mario, it's split into 8 worlds. You have it's like the first world is free, and then after that point, it's like, do you want to continue? Pay 500 V-Bucks to unlock the full premium game. I think that's such an interesting idea. Basically, and let me explain my reasoning for why I think this is such an interesting idea. It's not about scamming players. It's not about like, you'd have to put, don't get me wrong, you'd have to put a damn good experience behind that paywall. It would have to be very polished, very fun, lots of hours of gameplay. It's kind of about giving players a way to support, like kind of giving yourself a support system without having to rely on Epic's Discover, because for something like a platformer game, again for the sake of example, that is not gonna it's not a live service game. It's not going to be constantly hitting Discover and constantly getting support from Epic. It's going to get very little support from Epic. So I think the concept, at least, of kind of supporting yourself by giving people a little bit to play for free, so that they know it's a solid experience, and then going, hey, if you want, 700 times more of this, not 700, you want like this but 7 more times, and getting more and more difficult and more interesting mechanics, you can choose to spend like 500 V-Bucks or 800 V-Bucks or even 1,000 V-Bucks, kind of like how you have to pay for Save the World. I think that's a really interesting concept, and I think, me personally, as a creator who has always strived to create essentially indie games, high quality games in Fortnite, I would rather go down that path than microtransactions that require pay to win. Right? But jumping behind a 5,000 V-Buck paywall, yes. Live events? I did a live event. I did my first live event back in season 3. Hang on, I can grab the replay that I posted if you missed it and you want to see. I was actually really happy with how that came out. Back on, I think it's on August 19th. In fact, hey, look, we'll take a look back together, shall we? While this project is loading. Okay, let's appearing on your screen? It is. This is the Lunar Shift live event. Okay, I did back to end the food fight season. I was really happy with how this came out. So this was actually made in the span of about 2 weeks. is this permanently on the screen now? W YouTube UI? This is really fun to set up, you know, importing all the sounds, sequencing all voice lines.
But the time has come for the lunar shift.
The voice lines there are my boy Sir Detergent. Great voice actor, you'll hear more of his voice lines in more future Jakus projects.
Good fight indeed. Enjoy your unhappy ending, Islanders.
So if you kind of missed what happens here, he powers up his device, which is powered by kinetic ore. So you see the kinetic ore on the spires coming up to the tendrils, powering the device here. There's all this kinetic energy causing all these props to float, and then it like does a supercharge. It goes like zoom, draws power from that kind of the stars here, kinetic power, and then rifts his home world, his kinetic moon, to the island.
My kinetic homeworld will be restored in the ruins of this pitiful little island.
But then, ooh, suddenly he gets sabotaged. Lightning comes out of a rift and strikes the device, which causes it to fail, and as you can see, it causes the moon to disappear. And we actually find out it's a little kind of Easter egg here. He actually mentions, okay, I'll let it play out.
What? No, you don't. A force from beyond this reality is interfering with the shift.
A force from beyond this reality, and we actually discover in Venture 2 Season 5 that is the Warlord Jones, who is now here to destroy the island. He sabotaged the lunar shift so that his plan could be put into action. And obviously it powers back up, and while it is not able to bring the moon back, or, you know, replace the map with the moon, it is able to at least do this, send out a huge pulse that kind of transforms the space around the map, but overloads and destroys itself in the process.
This isn't over, Islanders. We'll meet again. Real soon.
And that is why when you get to Venture 2 Season 4, that is copyrighted. Where is it? It's coming up. And that is why you have the fractured lunar moon in the skybox. Oh, I keep skipping past it for this entire season. And obviously it's also in the background of the Season 3 Kia, and it's also very, very faintly. It's very hard to see actually, but it is indeed in the background of the Season 4 Kia. I think there. It's very, very faint. It's very hard to see, but it is behind the water there. So, yeah. Anyway. Here we are back in the old project. Yeah. So this is a bit of this is OG right here. I think we do have, this is very old, so I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna figure out. I think this is the what I'm gonna want to this is the snapshot I'm gonna want to go back to. And speak for a battle round creative amazing work, Jakus. Thank you. Can I show you how I create live events soon? Yeah, for sure. I would not mind doing a live stream. Showing you guys, how I made the Lunar Shift event. Not today, because we've already been doing for a couple hours, and that'll take a while to boot up and sync back and all that, and check in and things. But it all comes down to level sequences, which is like Master Bro Notebook saying in the chat, it's all about level cinematic sequences, which is you can do a lot with those. It's how I did the cinematic shots at the start of the Venture 2 Season 1 trailer. It's how I did the cinematic intro for Venture 2 Season 5. And it's how I do other things like the volumetric clouds and the volumetric the fog in the new snow biome. There's a lot you can do. In fact, level sequences are also how I load the data layers. We switched to a data layering system at the start of Venture 2 Season 5, which is just a different way of loading things, which makes things a little bit more efficient on the back end. Means I have more memory to work with. So it's all loaded during that opening cutscene, which again, level sequence. Always great. So I'm just waiting for this to sync now. So reloading the world. PC do I do my map making on, and what is the gigabytes of RAM I use? I have 64 gigabytes of RAM. That is essential for me. 32 was not doing it for me. In terms of the PC itself, it's custom, so custom selection of things. Like I have a 3080 Ti for my GPU, which is a very good GPU. Can't remember what my CPU is, but it's very, very strong as well. That's reloading. Good, 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 good. Has anyone had any trouble with the right-click menus breaking in UEFN since last update? No, not yet. Is in today's update? I haven't had that now. I've been in UEFN since it dropped. This before downtime was over even. You know, with 90 gigabytes of RAM, can you get 90 gigabytes of RAM? I mean, shush. $64 is more than enough. 32 is more than enough for very small projects, but for a big project like Snapshots, and especially something like Apollo late game, I needed to upgrade by the end of development on Apollo late game. I was able to launch Apollo late game, but actually by the end of the kind of first couple months update cycle, that like 90-day update cycle, we had added so much to the map, like HLDs, a ton of POIs, and you know, other enhancements, that I actually could not open the map anymore until I upgraded to 64. I had to get Ali Jax to push out all the updates for a good couple months there. Or at least it was last month. How do you even upgrade RAM? RAM is like the easiest part of a computer to upgrade. You just, there's little RAM sticks. And you just take out the old ones and you slot in the new ones. You make sure they're not, obviously nicely seated, and you should be fine. It's taking a while to reload. Ah, there we go. Yes, it's back. Snowy Potion Port. I bet it's not on its own level, is it? No, not in this build. This is old. Shoot. I think is latest. When did I last? Oh. Well, guess. Oh no. Lol. When's the new season releasing? December. Everyone's jumping on the free marketing streams nowadays. Hey, I've seen my friends have a really fun time, like Stinkerzoid nearly. They've had a really fun time just streaming things, so like working on things. So I thought I'd give it a try, and yeah, it's been really fun. So this is like the 4th one in a week. It's like, I mean, I spend so much time working on Snapshots anyway, I might as well share some of that with you guys. Sorry, it's taking so. I know we've been sat on this screen for like 10 minutes now. This is just the unfortunate reality of UEFN, my friends. %, synced. Shit, it can't take much longer. Dreamy Alien, you finally made it. 64 gigabytes of RAM, this thing slow down like this, syncing latest changes? No. Having 64 gigabytes of RAM actually improves syncing latest, because while most of this is based on internet, because you're downloading the changes from revision control, which is on the cloud, ultimately, if you're loading a lot at once, it's still going to be a strain on your PC, and the more RAM you have, the better equipped it's going to be. You know, for a while in Apollo late game, I couldn't sync changes because there were like 100,000 changes, and it would crash my PC halfway through. Once I upgraded, it was smooth sailing. Hello, twin. Hello, lit boy. If you had the choice to go back to 2022, would you choose to stream development on Venture 1 seasons? Oh, probably. I mean, no. It's a difficult one. If I was in the position I'm in now, then yes. But if I went just straight back to 2022 as it was, then no. Because I was still living at home, still at school every day. And I was a lot more secretive with what I was doing, and I had a lot smaller audience, so no. If I could go back to 2024, I would stream development on pretty much every Snapshots Venture 2 season there. 100%. Because I think it would have even been fun to stream me making this map in the first place. But hey, you know what? Better late than never, right? Disking CPU definitely makes a big difference on syncing as well. What? What? Oh, the conflicts. Okay. I knew I pressed something wrong. What have I done? Oh, revision control. How I hope you perish sometimes. But it's also great, because it means I can go back to 2023 snapshots and grab specific versions of POIs that I want. Bring back Boogie Burbs. One day. Do you have any tips for making decent landscapes? It's trial and error. And a lot of time. A lot of time. I'm still not great. I'm still not amazing. I chose to use a reload map is like a rough base to build off of. And I think that helped. I think having like a structure really helped me just like flourish when I was when it came to making my own things. Yes, reverts changes. Revision control. Alright. Waiting. It's a really good song. Please be snow. No, what? What is this, brother? This is not snowy at all. Guess we can take a look back at... Oh! Okay. Guess I can show you some of the things that got scrapped from the OG After Hours. Added this little orchard next to Potion Port. I'm sorry, so lag is preparing shaders. It's probably eating like 9,000% of my CPU. There's a bunch of purple biomes across the map. This place, Sunset Stage, or Risky Redux as it was known then. The original version of the Gilded Gambit, which at this point is not finished. And then this big biome with the Neo Boogie Burbs. It was all very unfinished at the time of cancellation. I think it was kind of nearing completion. So I wanted to grab you firstly. This is the upgraded version of Venture One's. What's that one people going to be called? I don't know. Okay? I'll tell you guys when I know. Alright, let's try going back again. We're going back to December 16th, 2023. I think I mistakenly clicked cancel, which is why that entire process reset earlier, unfortunately, and wasted 20 minutes of our time. Wasn't Overwatch? It's okay. It's not my game. I played it a few times. It's not for me, but my friends, a couple of my friends really like it. keep up with the other mini BRs. Some of them. Keep up with my friends' maps. And then I kind of see a little bit of kind of what else is going on in the space. But I'm definitely less out of touch now than I was like last year. Like this time last year, I had no idea what was going on in the mini BR space besides me and my friends. Now I'm kind of a little bit more tuned in, a bit more in touch with what the kind of up and coming BRs are now. What was my favorite Fortnite season? It's a great question. Pretty Chapter 2 Season 7. I'm a huge fan of that season. Invasion, that is, the alien season. Chapter 4 Season 1, that was a great biome. Great biome, great season. It is sinking, by the way. Yeah, at least it's 100%, so hopefully it'll be done soon. Gravitron and creative, certainly never gonna happen. There's a whole sub-community of the Roblox game Piggy similar to the mini BR community. I don't know what Piggy is. Sounds like a Peppa Pig kind of game. Oh, it's very near the synced. Okay, both bars are fully blue. Hello, this is an old map. I'm just trying to grab those darn holiday POI. Will I upload the Simpsons season vid next year? It should be next month. I haven't really talked about this publicly, but I'm slowly pivoting my content more into the kind of fun, super informative, but definitely a little bit more like jovial, like funny reviews of seasons, like I did for Absolute Doom and Chapter 2 Remix, with a little bit of the other variety stuff thrown in. So, Shock and Awesome review should be either this weekend or next weekend, and then the Simpsons season review will be sometime next month, I hope. cheeseburger. So true, friend. So true. Alien invasion. Hey, I said it earlier and I'll say it again. I'm not against it. I just don't have a opportunity to do it this venture, really. So, unfortunately. Because I already know what the seasons that I'm doing for the rest of Venture 2 are. And there's just no room to fit an entire alien subplot in. Wish they released more last reality props. Me too, pal. All right, finally. Please just let me take the POI, dude. I beg of ya. Oh, I gotta do like the age-old tech, okay? Because this was before I started sorting things into folders and levels. So... yeah. Oh my days. This is before I started using a lot of custom... I think the only custom thing in this project is a couple of fab assets. Like... and a landscape mat, so there's like so little folders. There's a couple of levels, but this was built on the map. So shoot, am I gonna have to restore his latest again? All right, those who snow. This better not take long. We've been waiting for this for far too bloody long. Promoting Snapshot, but get it? It's like Snapshots. I don't think it's going to take too long to do this. And we can finally keep working. So what I want to do is get these into the project, and then maybe set up our snowstorm mechanic. Aha! There we are. Okay, that took far too long. I'm sorry. This took like half an hour. My lord, why is it still out of sync? Shut up. I'm just gonna try anyway, okay? I don't gaff if they're out of sync. So I've got to do like the age-old tech of going top down. I unselect this. Yeah. Copy. Hide. There we go. And then create a notepad. And then just keep doing that until the entire POI is in notepad. Like this. This is the age-old tech. I haven't had to do this for over a year now. But this is the first time I've pulled. Actually, that's not true. Every time I pull like a POI out of the vault that's this old, this is the tech that I have to do to make it work. And I gotta try and get the rest of these prop pieces. So I gotta try and do it at an angle here. Okay. Do I have to do coding for all this? We don't use much code in Snapshots, actually. Don't need this cliff anymore. This. Oh, we need to bring the string lights though. So we have to go in and delicately grab. Yeah, the original storm. Yes, in this map we did have a sequence storm, and then I chose not to bring back Adventure 2 until I could get a more updated storm, which has taken 6 seasons, but we got there in the end. Could have taken 7, could have taken 6 or 7 seasons. You know. Grab this. The icicle, grab the really long chair. Grab. In fact, I don't know why I'm doing it like this when I can just do grab all the ones that aren't already hidden. Wait, am I stupid? There might be some other... oh, there might be some elsewhere on the map. Like here. Shoot. That's why I can't do that. Oh, no. I've messed that up thoroughly. Okay. Just gonna undo that. Okay, we're back. Grab the icicle. I know this is not the most thrilling part of the stream, but this is just part of the development process, okay? When I've already made something cool and I want to bring it back. That's what I get for rebooting my map, okay? So, allow it. And make sure we've got everything. This old art map. Exactly. It's an old map. This is a 2-year-old map now. I mean, it's just under 2 years since it released, but the bulk of the development was done around October and November 2023, around season OG time. So it has been about 2 years since most of this work was done, which is, you know, insane. That's almost all of it. Just a few more things. I'm gonna bring back this funny little thing nearly did. Kind of have it be like snow instead of slurp, or on top of slurp. And out of the pipes, all these ice pieces. A lot of this winter propping was Nearly's work, and he did such a good job, and I don't want it to go to... I don't want it to be lost forever, you know? Very nearly. See what I did there? Are there any more props? Yeah, there are a couple. This, and where was it? There it is. Oh, and you, like, here. Copy that. Hide that. And then... that looks like everything, but there's some, like... oh. Actually, hide the storm. Little candy cane. Any other props? I want to bring this big candy cane so that I remember. Yeah, this is cute. I'll bring this as well. Bring back the snowy log from from early Adventure 3. That was a fun thing this map had. There's just a lot of these logs that you could run through, and I never really brought that back. Yeah, so I think that about marks everything. Yeah, alright. Grab those, hide, and that's everything. For that, anyway. Then, I gotta go over here. And grab the Frostfest cabin, a returner from Venture 1. Although, like I said, it is slightly upgraded here. Grab that again. Copy. Paste. Copy. Last couple of things we can just grab by hand. It's fine. Copy, hide, paste. And the reason I hide it is so that I don't get duplicates, so you can see I've got everything. Oh, Misty Meadows. A lot of this map has come back. Like, this has come back. This obviously came back. This has not come back. This came back. It was connected to that over there. Harvey's house obviously came back. This has come back in Season 5. This has come back. This, I think, has come back. This has not come back. And that has come back. And this, and this. So, yeah. What was the deal with this club? Oh, it was just straight up a club. Alright, I'll bring that back someday. Maybe next season. Alright. Let's get ourselves back into Snapshots. Nothing beats coming into a Jakus stream. What happened to the map? Yeah, that's the old map. Chapter 5, Drum Gun got a fire rate buff. Yes, it did. A few Chapter 5 weapons got buffed this update. Drum Gun, Sovereign Shotgun, Enforcer AR to name a few, and the Woodstake Shotgun got a buff. LOL, still sucks. Alright. Alright, if you'll excuse me, folks, I'll be AFK for just one moment while this loads. Right. I'm back, and I've got myself a Scotch egg. I think I saw someone say that the road this map's gonna get cancelled. I think it gets to a point when the map's been running for 13 months and over 5 seasons. You just have to trust that I'm not gonna cancel it at some point. Previous maps I got harassed relentlessly for because they went up to the mini BR community's insane standards of quality. And so then when I hit like major technical hurdles, I just gave up. This map, I'm really genuinely proud of it, no matter what people say. So I've had many technical hurdles and I've just powered on through to keep making awesome seasons. You know, there's a point where I thought that Food Fight was going to be the last season I could release. And I went, no. I'm not going to, as much as Food Fight, it would be a peak season, but no, I'm going to keep going. Didn't open the level, I'm stupid. Wondering why I wasn't opening. Aha! Thank you, Kerbling. Alright, and remove this. That's an old, outdated feature. Alright. Yeah. I can remove all these trees, I think, and the road. Okay. Gilded Gambit was removed, so in Season 5, so any under-the-map glitches related to that POI no longer work. It's probably going to say the static meshes cannot be included, but that's okay because they're already on the map. Oh, it actually didn't. And that's because I didn't use static meshes yet, apparently. I think I switched to this later. Okay. Excellent. What's my favorite POI on the map? Overall, Floor of Favela, the Greek POI. In terms of POIs that are currently on the map, ooh, that's a tricky one. Oh, no, it's not. Tasteland is on the map. That would easily be my favorite on the current map. I adore the Tasteland. Sorry, I've been a bit quiet the last few minutes. I was eating my Scotch egg. A bit of a very late lunch, with it being 4 PM in the UK. The Tasteland got the Salty Springs streaming during high tide. Yeah, that was intentional. Because the Tastelands completely unintentionally ended up being very similar layout to Salty Springs. I thought it'd be fun if it had the exact same water level. Yeah. Alright. So, Potion Port, you gotta go, buddy. Well, I'm gonna need to redo this texture though. I got live home circuit theme. Yeah, I would never know that. It's my favorite season of Snapshots. Probably Split. My top 3 are Split, Food Fight, and After Hours. Where? Because the position's going to be all off. So better not break the quarter pieces. Oops. It's only left a bit of the capture point. Did not break the corner pieces, although this is floating. Lol. That's okay. Alright, so realistically, I don't think I need any of these pieces. I think all the cave temp solids can probably be destroyed. But we'll put it down first. And then find out. So let's turn it around. If you're wondering why it's so like far away, it's currently using obviously its old positioning, not for the new map. What the flip is it? It's behind me. Not quite in position yet. Need to rotate it once more. That's okay. Ooh, Dolphin Shoals. That's a nice remix, actually. I really like the night remixes in this game. They're very chill. The entire desert get removed? Yes, it did. Except for the ship. I haven't quite decided on that yet. I might keep it there, though. I'm not a fan of how much I've been removing stuff from this map, but it just comes to the territory. When it's such a small map, things just have to get removed, unfortunately. I've been trying to preserve some places, like Potion Port. Yeah, so the cave temp solids can go. I replaced those with static meshes when I rebuilt this place for Venture 2 Season 1 in 2024. I don't rebuild, but I ported it. So that's just, there's a lot of them. Let's see why. Oh my days, that's such an inefficient system. You see how many cave temp solids are here? How many, like, things there are under the terrain? With the exception of these. These are the, I believe, only ones that stay. Yeah. So there's like 10. But there are over 200 in this POI alone. So we need to delete those. Because I replaced them with a total of 12 static meshes. Yeah, that is an optimization, my friend. Rogue and Gambit again getting added to rivals. Like, oh, like the Gilded Gambit, dude. Oh, that's tough. These trees aren't overlapping with anything. I don't think they are now. So there's already Wintry. This one tree needs to be replaced by a Boreal. I replaced the wrong thing. It's quite fun how much this place has changed. Like this is, I think, the most the map has like changed in well, it's not the most the map has changed in one go, but it's the most different it feels, I think. Especially compared to the previous season. Might make an Angel Island style POI for Mini BR. I've wanted to do Angel Island inspired POI for years. Genuinely since Venture 1. I just couldn't figure out the best way to do it. So if you want to do it, please do. I would love to see what you come up with. So I can copy it. Learning so much just by watching me work in UEFN, and you had no idea you could just swap stuff like that. Yeah, it's really, really cool. How you can just like asset replace. There's a button you can use to select all of a specific actor in the world. So let's say I wanted to replace every oak tree with a pine tree. I could do that with 2 button clicks. It's crazy. It's a really good feature. Hey Jakes, great to actually make it to this stream. Hello Casmatic, glad you could make it. And Stinkerzoid, what is up? There we go. This looks a lot nicer now. I need to actually fix this being floating. No, I think it's meant to be on a truck like this. On the back like that. Yeah. I don't know what happened to the truck. It must have been destroyed somehow. Yeah, this place looks awesome now. I'll hide all the item mobs again, because again, they're in the wrong positions. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, the vibes here are on point. Take a couple screenshots of that. gonna send that to Nearly, as this place is his baby. Let's see, Nearly. I sent it to him in GM, I don't know why I also put him. That's so good. I just like setting up my video editing software. Whoops. Alright. Now, I did bring this over because I want to have a couple of these around because these are awesome. So the first one, I'll make it so you get like XP for visiting them all or something. I just put it here. I also want to bring back something that we did in the original Adventure 3 is we had candy cane zip lines. I want to bring that back as well for this biome. I think they were blue candy canes. Right. Also want to get the Frostfest cabin in here. Frostfest EX. Where is it? How does that even happen? What? This is so far out. How did I do this? It's on the Redline rig. Okay. Gonna bring this on back over. Did I just hear Frost? Yeah. Snapshots winter event was traditionally called Frost Fest, although I honestly might change up the name, like Epic does for their. Like, I feel like Frightmares had to stay the same each year, like, except for Mares, but Frost Fest, I think the name could change. I actually love that the from afar the fog makes like this part of the ocean look cold. So originally the Frostfest cabin, when compared to Snowed In, was about like here, but obviously this thing's here. So we just gotta find like a nice place for it, really. Somewhere that it fits in nice and snug. Good always. Thinking. Could always have this rise, this like arch kind of come up with like a big bit of ice here, and then it could be like sat on the ice. I think that'd be quite cool. I just don't want to like, don't want to overuse the ice too much. And then bring this down. And bring this slightly across, like that. The ice comes down, and then you got the tree, and I'm going to move these boreal trees. And then we can have a couple of these, like, Asteria ice pines. Kind of up here. Will there be snow falling VFX? Yes, there will be. I haven't integrated that yet, but I'm pretty sure that's a very easy thing to set up. And then I might have some ice coming like down here. You can use to climb up. Need to search by static mesh. Happy the Snowed In is back. Yeah, me too. The plan has always been to bring it back this season. I've been waiting for a while. VFX device. Yeah, you can use a VFX device, but I believe you can issue the VFX devices so that's global, and it wouldn't make much sense to be snowing when there's no snow. But I do believe it is entirely possible to do it within the landscape material itself. In fact, I think I could be wrong. If I just switch it to snow, it might just start snowing. Maybe not on this material? Okay. It might be an in-game thing. I'll have to check. It's Jakus online. Usual. My usual landscape material. I understand is not online. That's okay. I do need to set all of these to actually be ice as well, so that you'll be like slipping and sliding on them. That'd be fun. With it being ice, I'm not too concerned about it not being the easiest thing to traverse, like it not being like a perfect slope. You know, it can just be kind of harsh steps. I just think it'd be fun if there's like a way to properly get up it. It isn't the other way. It doesn't require building. And get like a couple extra pieces that kind of build up to it in a way. That isn't floating. It's not. You know how snapshots be with floating stuff. This is actually quite a nice piece. Use this out at the front, kind of, or even over here. Let's give it that more broken kind of feel. Yeah. Or like maybe down here. Keep it like that. Yeah. If I bring it like that, so that part of it is just like, and it's like really just chipping out the ice. Everything floats in snapshots. Yeah. As during the Asteria ice, the water will be heavenly. I agree. It looks so good. It looks like I'm sorry about that. Don't clip that. I'm just saying. The ice looks tasty, alright? I'm just saying. You know? Don't hate a man for understanding ball. You know what I'm saying? What is this cliff? I haven't used this one yet. That's like a more kind of rugged, broken piece. Could be used somewhere. Jakus clip farming in the big 25. No, I specifically said not to clip it. Alright, guys? It's not clip farming if I tell you not to clip it. You know, I might honestly make this ice. I'll see if I can, if it looks bad or not. Oh, whoa! That looks weird. Maybe not. Maybe not. It's a very weird prop, to be fair. Oops. Probably won't look good, yeah. Oh! Ew. That bit looks a bit weird, but the rest of it looks really, really solid, actually. It's the default, like, master material, I guess. Yeah, okay, I like that. What do we think? Do we prefer that being ice? Or just being, like, normal? I'm curious as what you guys think. We could do like the normal cliff here or like the icy cliff. I think it probably looks better. I think it looks better normal. Keep the ice like fairly minimal. Don't want to overuse the ice stuff. This is a really cool piece I haven't used yet. It's like a thin one. Ah, I get it cool. It is ice. Yeah, I'm really funny, guys. Trust. You guys are saying ice, but I'm gonna stick with my guts. I think I'm gonna stick with my guns there and keep it as it is. I do wonder though. I do wonder what I'm gonna do. Okay, is I'm gonna make a data asset. So that's miscellaneous data asset. That's curve atlas. I pressed the wrong thing. Whoopsie. Something interesting about this VBug thing they announced is that apparently you can do like loot boxes, like random loot boxes. I don't know about that one. Alright, so let's try that again. Miscellaneous data asset. Okay. Building texture data, select S16 ice. Icy one is more eye-catching. I agree, but I think since that's always been there, I want to keep it the same. No, what am I doing? It's override material. Underscore ice. No. Ice cliffs. There we go. This basically means that I don't have to override the material. I can just use a texture data slot. It's a really, really good piece of tech. Makes it a lot easier to swap out, and overriding materials uses a lot of resources, and it's a whole thing. Let's see how this looks. That's not bad, you know. This is a pretty versatile thing. Yeah. I think in this region, I think it'd be nice to keep the Apollo rock meshes. Yeah, that looks really, really nice. Okay. It's like jaunty remix of 1-1 in the background. So I think this whole region's kind of going to be more ice-based. So any rocks over here? Yeah. I'm not actually going to change this into ice, I just thought it'd be funny. Yeah, this is a really good material, so it just kind of looks quite versatile. This log is just funny because it's been on the map since season 1. The landmark that it was like connected to has long been destroyed, but the log just persists, and I think that's kind of fun. Here we go. Add a slide effect with the lake. I already have. The ice lake is set to be ice, I think, the physical material. Oh, I'm stupid. It's in the actual. I mean, it basically works. Okay, this is what you need to know. Don't worry. Have some props kind of in the ice. I think I might you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna save this. It's at 164 unsaved. I'm getting sidetracked from looking at my own map. Gosh darn you, Jakus creators. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Yeah, and then what I'm gonna do is go to Aptos, which is Aptos is the code name for Flora Favela because it is inspired by the Sonic Unleashed level Aptos, which is in turn based on the Greek architecture of Mykonos, which I believe is the island or not. Yeah, I think Mykonos is the island in Greece. I'm gonna double check that. Yeah, Mykonos is an island. Very inspired. Yeah, okay, so what is the most... Yeah. So there's gonna be a little Easter egg on the map. Laura Favela lives on, baby. 100 seasons, kind of, almost. Never gonna let it die. Not for good. Let's see. Is that all of that? That. Alright, copy that. Yo, FM, Full Moon, what is up, dude? I don't know why I said that like Mr. Boston smiling friends. Jakus Mr. Boss confirmed. Alan. Wait, can you excuse me a minute? Alan, we are so Fortnite. Not the best impression. Look, I can only work on my mouse when I have something in the background, and I think your streams are always best to work with and give ideas. Well, I'm happy to help you out in that way. Super Mario Galaxy movies and Nintendo Direct tomorrow. What do you think of this? I'm very excited. I might even stream my reaction. Not quite sure yet. Might watch it with my friends instead. We'll see. I'm gonna hide the damn. And also hide all this. Oops. These item mobs. All right. Right. Yeah. Season 3 so bad, but isn't it my country? Yeah. I've been watching it legally on Twitter. No, I mean, I haven't been watching it on Twitter. I've been watching it through whatever they offer it on. Yeah. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay. Hey, if someone else uploads it to Twitter or X, everything out the episodes, you can't blame me for if my eyes happen to, you know, glance at that part of the screen as it pops up without warning me, and then if my eyes happen to stay there for the entire 11-minute episode, hey, not my fault, not my fault. I missed one stream and now there's a peak snowman. Yeah, this has been a productive 3 hours. This has been a really productive stream. Much more productive than yesterday's stream where I did like the interiors for about 3 buildings. Yeah, so we're kind of giving it the season 7 greasy treatment here. Where it's just straight up. So it's still on the map. I just like the implication that it is here. It's just under the ice. I think that's just fun. Because it is like the Snapshots POI, and it would be stupid to just like let it, you know, disappear forever. But it wouldn't be like fully accessible. It'll just be a couple rooftops. Not to the same extent that Greasy was visible. It's basically just an Easter egg on this ice lake. It doesn't even fully make sense to be. It kind of makes sense. I guess the ice hit, and it kind of came downstream from here to the ice lake here. Landmark called Frozen Favela. That's a great idea. Thank you. Is that the room you propped? I think it is, Zero. I think this one is, yeah. So here it is. Flora Favela, 1,000 seasons. It's still technically here, baby. Jakus, if Fortnite Creative allowed Nintendo brands, oh my days, I'd be so geeked, dude. Which would you choose, like Mario or Zelda? I would do both. Well, it depends. If it was like Zelda Breath of the Wild, I'd 100% do a map with that stuff. But like Mario first, all day, every day. I would never remove the Mario stuff from Snapshots, I'm sorry. There's a few collabs that if they got added to UEFN, they would never relieve my map ever again. I would just be too excited. Thankfully, apart from K-pop Demon Hunters, most of the collabs we've had so far haven't really been tailored to my interests. Like, they're pretty cool. And even K-pop Demon Hunters is like, yeah, it's not something I grew up with. It's just a movie that I really enjoyed this year, and it was super cool to get in creative. So, but yeah, obviously I did something with it. It's kind of crazy how much... I've gotten so much done for the map this season, but there's still so much more to do. But for those of you who are kind of just joining, I guess I'll give a kind of recap of what we've been doing. We've got this big snow biome. I need to actually fix that. Whoops. Got a really nice ice stuff going on here with the Frostfest cabin upgraded from Venture 1. You can come in here, get some gifts. You got Ocean Port looking better than ever, all festive and fun and snowy, and we need to remove that. Ooh. It's Mario Kart, we haven't. Yeah, Coconut Mall. Took me a second to remember. So we've got some ice going on over there. Got a big train still, and then we've got like this really nice volumetric fog that just looks great at like all times of day. Oh, look at it at night. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at it day. Going through. And then that is indeed sequenced. So, somewhere. That is sequenced to be more and less harsh depending on kind of the time. It's a bit less harsh, a bit more harsh. And then, of course... We got working volumetric storm clouds, which as far as I know, this is a first for a UEFN Battle Royale map. Working volumetric clouds that actually form with time and progress with the match, and of course react to the time of day. So yeah, this is pretty much the most like atmospheric this map has ever been. I love it so much. In fact, what I better do is check real quick. So if I disable the time of day, World Time of Day Manager, and then enable the in-game one, it should still. We're gonna try. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? The day sequence. There it is. I think it's this one. Yes. Okay. Ooh. That's funny. The clouds kind of appear through the storm. That's a very interesting. Might have to see about fixing that. But yeah, the storm clouds still do react to the time of day, which is really great. Oh, look at that! Just look at this lighting, dude. This evening lighting in the snow biome. This is the type of winter people are going to be nostalgic for, dude. I love it so much. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to figure out how to have the bake clouds appear behind the storm. That's a minor setback. Just the way that the sequences are set up, I think. So, if someone in Creative 1.0 joins someone in UEFN and take an asset red cube, for example, and transfer it to a Creative 1.0 map? No. Because Creative 1.0 is separate from UEFN edit sessions. They're two different playlists. And you can't transfer between them, unfortunately. Sorry to say. Oh yes, I gotta move these back up since this place changed position slightly, and now these are below the water level. There we go. I have the snow coming out. And then, yeah. Is there another one somewhere? Maybe I'm crazy. Oh yeah, it's just inside. I do need to remove all the old Venture 3 chests, though. There. Grab you. Oh, there's a lot. Yeah, I forgot in Venture 3. I switched from item orbs and then immediately decided that I hated that idea. So, delete all of this. What's my favorite Mario Kart? Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Mario Kart Wii and World are definitely in my top 3 though. Just not quite sure which one is second and which one is third. I think Wii I definitely have better memories with, obviously, but I think Mario Kart World is a much better game than people give it credit for. Everything, yeah. I did the fog. You do add like this cube with the plus, place access panel, VFX, local fog volume. Move this. I have this here, I think. Yeah. Bring back this Venture 3 kind of classic. This, I don't believe I hadn't thought to bring those back yet, but it's kind of fitting I bring them back with the snow season, I guess. I have a couple more across the map. Doesn't really make sense for those to be icy, but I think Apollo, rock, snow. I think are they not snow ones? I am so sure that they made snow variants. Okay, hang on. Variant foliage gallery. Ooh, maybe they didn't. Maybe they never made snow versions, huh? Yeah, they might have snow coverage though built in. Snow coverage amount. Oh, they do. Okay. Built into the prop is snow coverage amount, so that's all good. We set it to 1. Yeah, I think 1 is good. That's good. Ooh. Okay, I saw the shadow and I was kind of crazy. So I'm gonna go around and basically just grab all the rocks and make sure they all have this, apart from the ice ones, obviously. Make sure they all have snow coverage amount 1. Speed more on the ground. These ones get off lucky. These ones do not. Yeah, this snow biome has really come together the last couple hours. I did see that tree that was slightly floating, by the way, don't worry. There we go, they're all snowy. Oh, and who can forget we've got these little igloos. This one isn't propped yet, but you can come in and I'll put some more decorations in here, but you can get a guaranteed present, which I think have guaranteed ice-themed guns like Icy Grappler, if I recall correctly. The Christmas tree here as well. And I'll have a few more of these across the map. Oh, I forgot I did move the entrance though, when I actually moved. Actually, this season, the entrance to Potion Port moved from over there to over here, just to fit the new biome better. But that's okay. We can just can just move this structure that I think might have actually been removed with the jump to this map. I think I ended up removing it, but I'm bringing it back as a fun kind of Christmas decoration for this variant for this season. I think there's no harm in that, really. Just a fun thing. We have it a little bit out front. Like, maybe just like right there. Lined up properly. Perfect. And we'll go over here and fix this all up. Not sure I've ever seen anyone point this out, but there's a little Easter egg in Potion Port. Always has been. If you go into this little building, there's a little marriage ceremony between two shield kegs. That's fun. Add any skydome effects to the ice biome? What do you mean by skydome effects? Like post-processing? What I want to do, because I think we're about ready to wrap up this stream for the day. Right, I wanted to fix that floating tree firstly. It wasn't floating, I think it was just slightly uprooted. Like this, where I want the snow to match the ground. Ah! Oh, it is. Wait, is it floating? Oh, it's just ever so slightly floating. Damn. Just changing these trees. This forest will be a lot more dense in the release. We'll be adding a lot more trees. But I'm really, really, really happy with how the vibes of this place have come out, really. And you can come through, there's this nice big lake. Ooh, didn't line that up properly. It's okay, I can fix that now. Make sure that water body lines up. There we go. That's how sometimes the water bodies are not the easiest. Yeah. Oh, how did I not spot that? Move the other ones. Whoopsie. It's okay. Checking the Snapshots Discord. Oh, nice. We've got a few new members. Alright, back to it. So let me just think about what I want to kind of do with the rest of this biome. After this, needs to have something going on, maybe a bit more trees. Ooh. Random grass tree. You know what? This would be a bit kind of funny if I just There we go. Map is so beautiful, thank you. think they were ice palms. Yeah. They broke the trunk, though. Look. Indeed. Wrong. Ah, that was an easy fix. Yeah, there's another one, wasn't there? Oh, they really broke it. Well, I'll get a couple of these in. This is a little visual kind of gag over here. Not going to be used extensively. I just think this is a fun prop. It's technically the wrong art style, but that's okay. Alright, let's kind of see where we'll just kind of evaluate where we're at. So we kind of got the... We've kind of... Yeah, we made a lot of really great progress today. I feel like there was something that I wanted to do as my last thing of the night, but I can't remember what it was. I can't for the life of me remember now. And honestly, we've been going for nearly 4 hours, so I think that's the perfect place to wrap it up. Oh, get rid of that. So thank you for joining. We've made some really awesome progress today. We set up our volumetric storm clouds, we've set up our volumetric fog, it's indeed dynamic. We've completely transformed this place into a winter wonderland. It's not quite done, but huge progress. We've upgraded Potion Port into its winter variant. We have added a big candy cane. Added a lot of small decorations around the car. We got our first ice biome like fragments. We got these snow igloos, the Frostfest cabin, and of course floral favela under the ice here. I want to put something on here. I'm not quite sure what yet, but there's still much more to do. We've got to finish up here where we started the other day. We've got to finish this Boreal Burbs here. Trying to make a bloody gas station. Got to work on I think, what was it called, like tactical tracks over there? Formerly known as Verdant Valley, of course. Figure out what the hell's going on with Lutz Lake and set up that area as well. So, yeah. I think that's kind of where I'm happy to... Yeah, I'm happy with that. So, thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. I don't remember what I usually say. So, peace out.